All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 20. All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
go now. Hey, hold on. Check 53 is mine. 56. Move it. Huh? Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Kill. Check 99.
Now they try the right side here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
They're going to look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check 9. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Watch the screen. Check 3. Kill.
Now they try the right side here. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Man, that's trash.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey able to get him for a loss of about 3.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Switch up, Sergeant.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Mike. 180. King. 80 weapons.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Let's get it together, team. Let's get it together. I got you.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught by OBJ. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Kill. Check 50. Rush in.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Point it right. 50's the mark. Hurry. One touch.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A gain of 32 that time.
First down, Browns.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mayfield now from the 50. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 13. Check 13. Real. No.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, alert 33.
Hey, zoom.
And again, it's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
1st down, Cleveland.
180. Real. Mike's 50. It's our time.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 50.
Hurry.
I'm scared.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry. Hey, alert. 50, Mike 50. So don't say nothing.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
Mike's 50.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 56.
2nd and 14. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 43. Eddie Weber. 53 is the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Mike, 53.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That play is just another example of how the corner has evolved in the NFL. You don't necessarily have to have a really tall guy. What you're looking for is length, right? You look for that arm span, able to get a hand in late in the play and affect it.
And the height, it makes it harder to complete deep balls like the one we just saw. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mayfield. And that's Elliott, complete. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Run. Hey.
Hey, wahoo!
On third down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass. Incomplete from the contact.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll look to set up his blockers. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That was shades of Tennessee Volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down.
Here we go, 50-50, Mike 50. Watch the screen, pass. 50's the Mike, 50's the Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Hurry! Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed, that's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 7.
It's just me and you.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
36.
Mayfield with it once more. That one completes. Elliott. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I can hear their sigh of relief all the way up here, partner. Now, they absolutely had to have that one, and they got it. Maybe it'll provide a little bit of spark heading into the half.
And help out their defense because they've really held serve, so now we got a ball game.
No doubt about it. They are right back in it and have to feel a whole lot better about themselves.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I got him. Slam, slam, slam. Echo.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ezekiel Elliott. His 2nd touchdown of the night as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Cybert on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Watch the slant. Motion, motion. 56. Mike, 56, right there. Right there. Here we go, here we go. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. 49, check.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
A gain of 2 brings us second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 6, touchdown. Watch the pass. Check 4, check 4. Great stone. Bravo. Bravo. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, come on, now go.
Here's second and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Now on third and long, they look to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Set. 180.
Big stop, G.
Hurry, hurry. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Regular, regular, regular. Watch out.
They go play action. Mayfield. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's third down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Under 50, 50, 50. Hey, on 133. Hey, Delta. 50, Mike, 50. Not here.
Shift, shift.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
55, Mark, 55. Yeah. Move. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Set the turn.
Hurry, hurry.
Defense, let's go. Hey, check right, check right. Watch 55.
Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Fourth down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Come on, let's go. Big gas.
And again this time to the tailback. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Check 56. Switch. Under 10. 10. Check it. Say, that's it. Go. Pop. Let's go.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down.
Watch twist. Right there. 56. Twist. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 180. King.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Set.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 4-yard line.
Come on, D. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Get ready. Get ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield stepping up. He's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result.
Wide, get wide. Check 37, check 37.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Hey, hold on. Check 53's Mike. Let's go, defense.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Leonard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. He finds his man Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Boswell for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Check the backer, check the backer. Eddie Weber. Check your hot read.
And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the slant. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Hey, Trey, spell.
Check, 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 check.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
They'll look to throw here. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Regular. Hey, Haywood.
Mike 50. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Go.
Up. Hurry. I got you.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. What a game this has turned out to be, and what a touchdown right there.
How about when scheme and talent match up? Because they absolutely had to have that when they had to find their way into the end zone to take the lead. They get it to their wide receiver. He gets that done for them. And now they get to look at their defense and say, guys, make it stand up.
Now, that's the only way it would have been more ideal is if you put it in the end zone with 1 second or 0 seconds on the clock, but beggars can't be choosers.
Not at all. And whose heart wants to deal with that anyway? Go ahead and score while you've got the opportunity.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
44's Mike. Check.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Slam. Yeah.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I got you.
Mayfield to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Pittsburgh, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.